So I just had to call my dad and ask him for like $5 because I was short. And so, like, my parents have a history, like, being on drugs. And when I turned 18, my dad, he never been around. Like, he was in prison pretty much my whole life. And so he wasn't around until, like, I got grown. But then when I got grown, he was a crackhead and always needed somewhere to stay, and he's a thief. So he used to steal my money all the time, hundreds of dollars, and just all type of stuff. That's my dad. I still let him come stay. I never turned my back on my parents. My mom, she always did her little smoking, her little joints or whatever, but she let herself go completely when I had turned 18. When I turned 18, I just immediately moved in my own apartment. So my grandparents had always got me savings bonds for Christmas. So when I had got grown, when I turned 18, I was able to cash those savings bonds in, and it was able to furnish my whole apartment. So so from then, my mom had really let herself go to the point where, she, everywhere I've stayed since I've been 18, my mom has needed to come stay with me. We never really got along. Like, she just never liked me, and it seemed like her mom has never really had a strong relationship either, unless it has something to do with this demonic shit they be doing. So, but she be thirsty for a relationship with her mom, and I don't have feelings like that. Like, I don't give a fuck about no family members. I don't care about none of that. So it doesn't matter to me, but it did affect her a lot. So, fast forward to basically, I don't know whose idea it was, but I just know at one point everybody got insurance policies in my name. And I guess that's when this plot had started for my demise. Well, 2 months after it started with me with the gaslighting and all of the crazy stuff happening, because my kid's dad, he was off the hook. He did some, I don't even want to repeat what he did because I don't want nobody else to try it. He's off the hook. But it was bad. And so my aunt, my dad's sister, was going through the same thing. She's married to this, she still is married to the man, but he's rich. They live in Florida. They live in this badass mansion. But he was cheating on her. And basically, she got real low self-esteem, had like a whole bunch of lipos and stuff, trying to please this man because he's a cheater. Well, I guess she just got fed up at some point, because it was starting to, compromise her mental. And so basically, she was going to divorce him, and she had proof of adultery, and they have a lot of nice things. So, I guess he wasn't willing to, lose all the stuff they accumulated by her divorcing him, and being that it's adultery, I guess she would have gotten mostly everything. Well, anyway, my aunt, it used to be some type of teacher. She's always, we grew up in church. She know who God and the devil is. She knows the story of Jesus. She knows. Her mind went from a strong-minded woman, maybe a little broken from guys and marriage and breakups and stuff, but she went from being a strong black woman, strong mental, to her mind being like a 2-year-old now. She said that the devil do not exist because God, or because Jesus do not roam the earth anymore. Well, she said, Dana, your eyes don't always see what your eyes see, and your ears don't always hear what your ears hear. That sounds like basically somebody trying to tell me that my reality ain't real. Believe their story about my reality and not my own. That reminds me of, we use our eyes and ears to drive. If we can't trust that all the time, then what are we doing? How is that what we rely on to drive? So, it's crazy that the situation is what it is, because my dad is in denial. So I guess I'm not familiar with this stuff. I know I can't even go to the hospital to get a cold fix because these people, they don't like me. The ones that run the hospital. So what ended up happening is I've been sick and I can't go to the hospital. That's just what it is. Why would I go trust my mental with them? And I can't even get a flu or pneumonia or nothing corrected. It gets worse. So why would I give them my mental to be like my aunt? And I guess that's a form of sacrifice, because my dad told me I be having to call him for money because I don't work. I don't have any income. So sometimes I got to call him, and he'll literally only tell me about all this money he got, and literally only send me like $5, 10, $5, 10. And this is every blue moon. It's not often. So, he had been telling me that I need to sell my soul in order for things to get better. He was like, Danielle, he was like, aren't you tired of living like that? Yes, I am. Can you get me a job? Can you use one of your connections to get me employed? Can you use one of your connections to help me get in the part? What can your connections do for me? I'm not selling my soul. So, he was like, well, you know what you gotta do for things to get better and yada yada. I'm not selling my soul. But the fact that my father was stooped to such a level, um, he's been living off the insurance money that they borrowed from being my beneficiary. They've been enjoying life with that money, anticipating my demise the whole way. There's nothing I've done for my life to turn out like it did. I went to school, I graduated with good grades. Everything I was supposed to do in life, I did. And I even take the extra mile. I choose to fit in with God than the streets. I've never been the type to go barring or anything like that. I live a pretty clean life. I'm not saying I be clean. I say I live a clean life. Like, I don't be in drama, problems. I just don't gossip. I don't. So it's nothing that I did wrong that would have led me down this road. I was pushed down this road and turned this way by my own family and parents. Um, but just to know that I got them type of parents, I believe my daughters, they had my daughter, my oldest daughter, sell her soul as well to put money in for me to die so that they can elevate. I'm not sure what's going on with these people with my, but the mental health that they are suffering through, it needs severe attention. Because to sit in somebody's face and tell them that they got mental health and everything they're saying is true, to defend a lie, to defend something that's really happening, but you're saying it's not. But we all know that it is. Not only that, my mom has always been extremely crazy. My whole family. Not to mention they do black magic. It's some real deep roots and stuff just going on, and I wish that they would really get themselves together. But to hear my dad tell me that this is like the fourth time he basically is telling me, like, you need, if you want things to work out for you, you're gonna have to say so. Like, what, nigga? I am so appalled just by the behavior of these people. I don't know what to do. It's just like, oh God, I hope things get better, because how am I gonna live without no money? Like, I ran out of gas last night. It's cold as fuck outside. And everybody around me is made to not like me or treat me like they don't like me or whatever the case may be. And guys are not allowed to date me. I've been getting some fine ass niggas. Like, every boyfriend I had has been a nigga of stature. Like, niggas be trying to dog me now, like I'm a bum or something, and I just be looking at them because they ain't even niggas I would date anyway. But, like, bro, ain't no nigga ever dogged me a day in my life. I've always been a fly girl. I've always had a boyfriend with a whole bunch of money and status. So it's like, this stuff don't even fit me. This illusion that they created for me. And it's so embarrassing. I be listening to dudes getting smart with me if I'm trying to buy something. Like, bro, come on, man. Like, this ain't even how I be. This is some shit that been forced on me. And there's nothing that I can do. But the fact that it's just, man, I can't believe it. Like, I could have been with the kids that was in school, skipping school, getting high, doing this, doing that, and having a good old time if I knew life was going to turn out like this. I spent my life getting my ass whooped, fucking going above and beyond to do the things that I have to do to have a decent life. And this is what the fuck turned out for me. I can't even get a job. I've never had an eviction. I can't even get a crib. Like, because these are blockages that people put in place. It has nothing even to do with spirituality. This is because these people said they don't want me to be a part of that for whatever reason. They are mad. It's crazy. But I was born to some fucked up people. It's a mess. And then my kid's dad. Like, I'm allowed to not be with him. I'm allowed to say I don't want to be with you. I'm not the type of woman that you can go, a girl is threatening to take you to court, and I'm going to forgive you and still be with you. Nigga, you got me fucked up. All these niggas out here, bye. And the only reason I even stayed with my kid's dad, because I always knew he would be the type that if I left him, he would try to kill me, himself, and the kids. And look what happened when I tried to leave him. That's what happened. He tried to kill me and the kids. So this shit just all fucked up. And then the whole part about it, like, they've bought everybody away from me. I'm in this shit completely by myself. It's crazy. But hopefully everything work out, because I'm tired of going through this shit. It's a mess, and it's just frustrating.